So this is all that's left of the Leahy School. That's it. This is Trinity Street right here. This is the neighborhood I grew up in when I was a kid. And this is all that's left right here. The right wing. And right there when I was a kid in 1994, 95, they had a playground right here. And this is where I used to hang out with my friends Jeffrey and Shayla Lugo at times. They're gonna be tearing down all these trees here, I'm sure, because they're gonna build the new school. It's gonna be built between now and 2025. Online, I heard there were rumors from 1989, but they wanted to make a new school here because it was just inadequate for the kids. It was K through 5. See back there, that building back there, that was Holy Trinity. I went there from 6th through 8th grade, and let's just say I want to forget all about it. You know? But this is what's left of a Leahy, see? Right here. There was all here. There were 2 wings. This was the right wing. I mean, yeah, and this was the left wing over here. So you can see all the houses now on Bruce Street. And the houses back there. See, the 5 houses back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to get to that in a second. They're going to make this K through 8. See, this is right there. That was the old Holy Trinity Church right there. See in the back, that church? Now it's daycare, I believe. So, and that's Bruce Trinity Street. And right there, that's the Rocky Club. That burned, the original one burned in 1992. It was July 5th. The house next door, which was right next door to the yellow house, caught fire, I think, when I was in 3rd grade in 1991. And then they boarded it up. And then a year later, it got caught fire again on July 6th. I think the night of the fireworks. July 5th. Because they postponed the fireworks that summer because of rain. So I think it was July 5th, 1992, but the Rocky Club burned. Right there. And they built a new one. And this is Erving Avenue. And they're going to be building this school out to the street. And the dumbest thing is, I don't know why they're not going to buy these 5 houses. I even said it online. They should buy those 5 houses right there. The 5 houses, there's one behind this one, wing, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, on Avon Street. And I even said it when I heard they were going to make a new school. I'm like, if they're going to make a new school, it's a big block. Why don't they take the 5 houses and they have a big block to plan anything on? But according to the planners, they want to put a playground on the roof. It's going to be 4 floors. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th floor is going to have a rooftop playground. And the reason being is because the original playground, which was here with the swings and then the basketball courts over here in the 90s, mid 90s, is because people vandalized it, so they don't want to make the neighborhood have one, which is sad because this neighborhood, I try to fight for it because this is where I grew up. And when they made the playground here, us kids went there. Us kids went there when we were kids. That's the only thing I don't understand is they're not going to have a playground that's ground level. And the other thing is they're only going to have, see where this wing is right here? And they're going to have, the school's going to take up the whole lot. All the way to the street. All this is going to be school where the old school was, all the way out to the street. And then up to here and out to there. And then I think where this wing is, behind it, like half of it in the back, is going to be a space for 20 limited parking spaces. And then all the other cars have to park on the street, which is not right. I mean, it's a new school. That's the only thing I don't understand. I mean, there's a lot down there. See that lot over there? I think there's a lot over there. They can always see what's going on with that, and they can try to make parking there if they wanted to. But I mean, that was my original idea, was why don't they buy these 5 houses here? See these 5 houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one behind there, and make a teacher parking and a playground, but they don't want to. And this was the school. This is 2-minute walk from my old house. My house is behind Holy Trinity, where Holy Trinity was. See, this is Erving Avenue. And this is the wing. This is where the playground was, right here. And this right here, that's Holy Trinity in the back. See, this is the Rocky Club that burned in July 5th, 1992, I believe. And see, it's one way now. You can't go through it. And Holy Trinity right there. See, and in the back was the turn hall and the hill. So right here, this is all that's left of a Leahy. Is just this one little wing. Probably Monday it'll be gone. And yeah, this is where they had the playground. They built the playground in 1995, I believe, when I was in 7th grade. It was in the spring, I believe. They had a small playground. They had swings here. They had a little jungle gym. They had a map of the United States, and then they had the basketball court over there. And the only time I went to the Leahy was, I believe, in summer of 95, 96, and 97. And the only time I went there was when they have a summer food program. They were doing summer food program in the basement. Where they have a sunken in level in the center, that's the basement over there. They put, all the kids would go there and they'd have summer feed program. So I went there a couple of days here and there. Me and my friend Jeffrey, Shayla, we went there. And Gary, Janaki, and Jonathan, I think, when they were living in the neighborhood. But I noticed something. I went to the Rollins, and the Rollins was built in 1892. This was built in 1921. And similar, these schools did not have enough for the kids. I mean, this school was the biggest K through 5. I mean, there were probably 4 grades per class. The Rollins only had 2 grades per class. I think the Tarbox only had 2 grades per class. The Hennessy probably had 1 or 2 grades per class. And the Breen as well. But now all those schools have become, the only school left that's K through 5 is the Tarbox. And that school, I just don't understand why they don't redo that one. It's in really bad condition. And the playground they have across the street, wouldn't that have been vandalized by now? This is a much better area than where the Tarbox is. I'm sure that playground's probably been vandalized so many times. And they're going to redo that playground too, I heard now. Twice. So yeah. So this is all that's left of the Leahy. The left wing was here. And now this is the right wing. And the center's gone. So yeah. That's it. So that's just my take on it. It's the design looks really good. They're gonna have a new cafeteria. They're gonna have a nice, I think, a stage within the cafeteria to do performances. They're gonna have science labs. They're gonna have a nice library. They're gonna have nice art and music rooms, probably theater. And I would have gone here most likely instead of Holy Trinity, because this school would have had so much more to offer. I mean, the Rollins didn't have much. This didn't have much when it was K through 5. But Holy Trinity was even though it was K through 8, 1 grade per class, it was Catholic. All it did was get me to Central Catholic, and look where that got me. It ruined my life mostly. But other than that, it wasn't worth the money, and it was only a little block. Look at that, a little block like that, and they had no arts really. It was all the same students, got the same grades, and it was just sad. I mean, the work I did in 8th grade, if I had gone to a public school, I would have gotten probably straight A's. Well, maybe not, but I mean, definitely science, I would have gotten a straight A. Spelling, reading, English. English, history and math, no, were my hardest. But I mean, some of the subjects I put a lot of work into, and they were just too selective in Catholic school for the money we spent, you know. So yeah, but other than rambling on for that, yeah. So the Leahy's going to be starting to be built probably this year sometime, and yeah, it looks like a good design. I mean, I was all for it, but I just don't like the playground on the roof. They need a ground level one. This neighborhood lacks a playground. It always has. We don't have anything here. Wilmot Street, Durant Street, Bruce Street, Trinity Street, Avon Street, Erving Avenue, Belmont Street. None of these streets, Albion Street, Saunders Street, none of those streets have a playground for kids with, you know, swings and slides. We have nothing here. So they should really do something and put something ground level. And 20 spots is not enough for teachers. They're adding 3 extra grades. So it's going to be 4 times 3 is 12 extra spots, plus specialty teachers for arts and sciences and the arts and music and all that, and drama. So they're going to have at least 50, 60 spots they're going to need. So yeah.